Welcome back to FakelyClash, everybody. It has been almost 2 weeks since I posted a video. I've just been super busy lately. But man, this game had a complete turnaround in those 2 weeks because nobody was 3-starring, and I'll show you my attack log here in Legends League. Unfortunately, did not go 8 for 8 with a perfect day. I had that one hiccup, and I'll show you why. But I mean, this army is just incredible right here. Everyone's using throwers. Every single person in Legends League is using throwers right now. Slightly different variations, but for the most part, it's super similar to this. I'll show you my equipment is not even leveled up all the way, and this is just absolutely crushing bases, and it's crazy. So I'm going to show you guys just kind of my day I had in Legends League with this army. So we're starting off with this pretty super common base. What I'm going to do is throw all of the throwers over here with the healers and then that warden in at the end to make sure the warden's not going to take any damage. And then you really don't have to worry about them for really at all. You're going to put the heroes on the other side with the log launcher and make sure that you are spamming these totem spells. I do not want any ricochet cannons, scatter shots, X-bows, I mean, super wizard tower, anything like that, you need to put a totem spell down. And then even if another hero, you got to pay attention for that, put a totem spell down. Anything else like a archer tower or, you know, a multi-archer tower, you can't really put a totem spell down for, but ricochet cannon, super wizard tower, all those kind of defenses there. Once your troops get into the core, you have that raged or the super Valkyrie to drop the rage spell when she dies, so you don't really need to pay attention to that too much. I do pop the world champion's ability. You kind of got to plan a good time to use that, because obviously if your world champion dies and doesn't get to use her ability, well, that's not great, but I mean, this attack probably still could find a way to 3-star. World Champion took some damage from a ricochet cannon. I am keeping her alive. My main focus is just keeping these heroes alive, and I really don't have to even look at this side of the screen because it's just all of the throwers are still alive with those healers and the warden. So I've got it sped up a little bit. Queen is still alive, baby dragon and cleanup troops come in, and this is just an absolutely crushed 3-star. So this attack, I kind of did everything wrong, and it really should not have 3-starred, but this game is just broken right now. They don't need any attention. I can go right on in with my heroes on the other side with the log launcher, and I am really bad with my totem spell placement because I'm keeping the king alive, but I'm not really paying attention to the queen once that totem spell goes down, and that's kind of going to cost me a little bit. King's going off on a tangent. World Champion is going away on her own. I'm trying to keep plenty of totem spells in there for her, but there's so many defenses, and she gets forced into ability mode, doesn't get off all of her rocket spears. The Queen forced into ability mode. She's coming down here, healing up, so that's fine. Skeleton spell is going to go down for this monolith right here, distract the Guardian too, hopefully. And yeah, this attack is horrible because the warden's just in the middle of the base and getting terrorized by that revenge tower. So now my warden's dead, my world champion's dead, and this attack is just dead to rights. Like, everything kind of went wrong. I didn't pay attention to my heroes, and we're gonna speed it up. Just plenty of throwers alive, even with the warden's aura. It is gonna be enough to clean up this base. The queen takes a bunch of damage. We'll speed it up. It's just her versus this X-bow, and that, I mean, that's it. So the worst attack ever walks away with 3 stars in Legends League. The third attack is another really common base that you're going to run into here at Legends League. So just pick a corner. I picked this one because I want to get this revenge tower out early. I would have went in from the top, but the revenge tower and the monolith are just kind of exposed right here. So I have an early skeleton trap. The skeleton traps are really good at distracting the monolith, so that's kind of my favorite time to use them. Rest of the heroes come in over here, and guys, I don't pay any attention to these, you know, throwers. I throw in a totem spell, not even looking over there, and I'm just keeping my heroes alive. So the king is going to get forced into ability mode. He has to use his ability pretty early, but that is going to help get all of these tough defenses out of the way. Totem spell comes in, and then the world champion in her ability mode is going to take down this multi-archer tower. Go head over to this ricochet cannon. I use my final totem spell, keep her alive, get that taken out. Not a lot of throwers made it to the end of this attack, which this one was kind of strange because all the heroes find a way to stay alive, even that super yeti, and it's just wrapped up. Guys, before we jump into this next attack, the rest of my defenses have came in
if we can get to them. Finished the day 144 positive trophies, so really good. Didn't get 3-starred once, had a couple of 1-stars or 3 1-stars on defense. So overall, just a really great day. And let's jump into that next attack. So this is actually the base that I failed, and you saw earlier I did end up 3-starring it. I just came in at this side whenever the time I 3-starred. I came in over here, just a little bit different. The heroes didn't really funnel as well, kind of died off early. And here my queen ends up just getting picked apart by this monolith. The rest of the guys over here, they're just not going to stay alive long enough to really go and take out the rest of this base. So it was a fail, but we did end up making up for it later on. All right, so whatever number attack we're on now, looking at this base, it's kind of obvious that I need to go in down here just to avoid these fire spitters. So I kind of have these throwers come in on that side, and then the heroes are going to come in over here, and I'm going to really pay attention to this monolith, because that thing will pick your heroes apart like you saw in that last attack. So I get an early totem spell down, not messing around, a lot of high firepower in this area. So I'm keeping totem spells down at all time, and I'm really not even looking at these guys in that direction. Eventually everything just kind of avoids this monolith somehow, some way. So I've even got that skeleton spell in there, and kind of everything runs away from it. Here I put in the log launcher behind everything, and if I'm being brutally honest, it's just because I forgot to put it in. So at this point, I'm kind of panicking. I mean, this monolith still hasn't gone down. I was super late putting in the log launcher. And then these throwers over here are just getting whatever they're getting. But I'm keeping these totem spells down. I'm down to just 1 totem spell at this point. The world champion is going to go down. I have all of these throwers that I need to keep alive. And that revenge tower could possibly be a problem. Got the queen doing... who knows what she's doing, just completely irrelevant to this attack. Luckily, the clan castle comes in here, clutches up, and gets that revenge tower down. Because I'm out of totem spells at this point in the attack, I'm going to speed it up just a little bit as the throwers and queen work their way into the center. Queen still has her ability. This multi-archer tower is super low health, so I put in a baby dragon, and that was really frustrating that somehow that air defense took out the baby dragon, but whatever, it's fine. Everything is going to end up cleaning this base and get those 3 stars. So on to the 6th attack, guys. This is a super common looking base that I've seen a lot in Legends League. We got the fire spitters facing this way. Unfortunately, can't really avoid them because I'm going to start my attack on this side, get that clan castle and revenge tower taken out nice and early. Throwers in the corner with the healer, with the warden. And guys, it's the heroes on the other side. Every single time, log launcher is going to come in behind them and keep these totem spells coming down. Anything that deals a lot of damage, put a totem spell down, keep your heroes alive. This baby dragon helps set the funnel just a little bit. Totem spell on top of the clan castle, collecting all of those furnaces, because most people in Legends League run a furnace and like 3 ice golems in the clan castle. That's kind of just the most common thing. Skeleton trap here is supposed to help with the monolith. It really doesn't. So a totem spell came in and the heroes are all alive. I've got a good bit of throwers in the center, some more throwers over here dealing with the king, and they're kind of hogging the healers, unfortunately. But everything is taken on this base pretty easily. Super Yeti's going to come in, get this Expo out of the way. World Champion's got a ton of health. Queen is holding on to her ability. I'm saving that for the end here when I have to deal with this ricochet cannon and multi-archer tower. So I'll speed it up, get over to that point. Warden is unfortunately gone. It's just the throwers and the queen. Her ability comes in, Town Hall goes down, and at this point, not too much left. She's going to get that multi-archer tower down, and we somehow get by with a 3-star again. So this is the 7th attack here. You kind of see it took me a good while. This is when I'm still kind of figuring things out, because really this was the 2nd attack I did today, because I'm showing them in reverse order. The heroes come in over here. If I were to have done it differently, I would have definitely had some totem spells in here for them a lot sooner, because the king took a lot of damage there, but we've got the funnel set. The throwers are splitting up. That's not something that you love to see, and I needed to put a poison spell on top of these furnaces here. So this attack, really, I didn't do a great job. Popped an early king's ability. These furnaces are all still alive. The monolith is kind of going to town on my troops. The skeleton spell did help out a little bit, and now I've got the rest of this base to deal with. The world champion goes in by herself, so I'm keeping the totem spells down. I definitely want to make sure she's not getting picked on while she's in ability mode. Queen's going around the right side with the king. That's good. A bunch of throwers here on the left side, and I've got one more totem spell. I'm going to use that to keep the world champion alive, but she gets killed anyways, unfortunately. It's sad to see. Queen is holding on to her ability. You'll notice in a lot of the attacks, I have that Queen's ability very late. You definitely want to hold on to the Queen and King's ability as long as you can and get as much value out of that. Queen is super low on health, ends up going into ability mode. She goes down, but her clone and giant are enough to help clean out these defenses along with the throwers. So this one, a little bit closer, not the best attack, but it did get 3 stars. So for the last attack of the day, this was actually my first attack of yesterday. You'll see this one is a lot faster, just barely over 2 minutes. All of the throwers in the corner doing the same thing every attack. Warden and healers go with them. King, Queen, and my log launcher are going to come in over here. So now we've got the Queen frozen. As soon as she unfreezes, they'll go and get that revenge tower down, which is always huge. I mean, this attack was honestly just crushed. All of these throwers are going around the right side. The monolith isn't really a problem with the throwers because they tend to stay alive and heal themselves up pretty easily. I'll give them the skeleton spell anyways. World Champion is in ability mode, cleaning up these buildings. I've got another totem spell still. Gonna use that over here with the multi-gear cannon because that thing is really strong. Queen's ability is still strong. I'm going to pop that here in just a second, get the ricochet cannon down, and this attack, I mean, it is just crushed. We'll speed it up. I've got just about every single thrower left. That giant has full health. My heroes are alive, and yeah, this base was crushed. So that's the only way to use these throwers, guys. Don't make it more complicated than it has to be. I mean, my equipment, level 11 snake bracelet, level 17 magic mirror. You don't even need high level equipment. This is the attack. I'll link it below. And if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button for me and consider subscribing.